Hey y'all, hey, it's T and I am back, and today I wanted to talk about a very sensitive subject. And that subject is living above your means. Now, I call this a sensitive subject because even the implication that someone is living above their means can spark anger, a lot of anger. And I actually took the time to look at the definition, and it is very simple. It is a very simple one. And that is that you are spending more than you earn, meaning more money is going out than what you bring in. Very simple definition that assigns no blame. It does not have any implications of the when, why, and how. It's just a flat definition. Spending more than you earn. So I want to go into that topic today and just talk about it a little bit. Talk about my experiences with living above my means. Because yes, I have done it. I've been guilty. And I think that if a lot more people would recognize when they are, they would have a more solid financial base because they would be able to correct and redirect their financial future. So first, let's talk about how this goes. You get your check. Could be once a week, could be every 2 weeks, could be once a month. But you get your check. And you're thinking, hey, I'm responsible. You pay your bills. Because that's what responsible people do. But you pay them all, and there's nothing left. It's like nothing left. You got to eat. You got to have gas to get back and forth to work the next week, the next 2 weeks, the next month. What do? You get out that credit card. If, in fact, you're lucky enough to have one that isn't already maxed out. And you swipe. And you keep swiping. And it could be a situation where you're swiping for basic needs. You could be swiping for food. But there are also other situations where you're swiping and it's not necessarily for food. Second scenario. I just got paid. Got all my bill money. I got my food. I got my gas. I'm good. I'm set. I don't need anything. Maybe. I mean, I want to go out this weekend, but I really don't have the money for that. But this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to just not pay my utility bill this time. I mean, because that's like $200. So I'm going to keep that. And I'm going to buy me a little outfit. Because, it doesn't have to be expensive. Buy me a little outfit and go to that little spot that I've been wanting to check out. That's what I think I'm going to do. Yeah, that's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to do that. Now, I'm going to get a late fee. But what is that? $25, $35? I mean, it's nothing. I'll get that next check. And then I'm just go out and have me some fun, girl. Because I deserve it. I really do. I've been working hard these past 2 weeks.
The next day.
Woo, I had the time of my life. Oh, that spot was everything I thought it was gonna be. It's just I ran out of cash though, and I wanted a drink, so I just decided I was just gonna get my card out. I just had me a blast. I had me a blast that night. And I mean, I deserved every bit of that. I mean, I don't know how I'm going to pay this card bill. I don't know. It's not budgeted in, so I don't know how I'm going to do that. But I don't care. And then there's that third group of people this group of people can pay all their bills too. They got their check. They can pay all their bills. They can pay all their essentials. But every dime they have outside of that, it's like this. Yeah. So just as a little disclaimer, now we all know that there are extremes to each of those different scenarios that I just named. I know that I myself have been in every single one of those scenarios. Now the third one, I wasn't able to toss out money like Floyd Money Mayweather, but you know what I mean. I was spending recklessly. I was spending too freely. I was not saving anything because I was spending every extra dime that I had. So even though my basic needs were met, I still wasn't getting ahead. It was just like a circle, just constant, like a wheel, constantly going in the same circle. So today I wanted to go over 5 indicators that you are living above your means. And this may help you to recognize if you're there or at the borderline of it, so that you can kind of make some adjustments. Now, some adjustments will be different than others. Some you may not be able to do, but it's worth a shot. It's always good to know where you stand. So I'm going to read some excerpts from an article written in Yahoo Finance, and it is written by a financial planner. So these are not my tips. These are the tips that I found. There are multiple ones. There a lot of different articles. I just tried to look for a more recent one. This one is from June of 2024, and it's from Yahoo Finance, and a financial planner wrote it. So this is not my signs or advice. This is her financial advice. Her name is Jennifer Taylor. And I'm going to insert the article somewhere around here so that you could see which one I am using. And the first sign is not having an emergency fund. And I can personally say that that is a lifesaver when you have an emergency fund. And she gives an example of having $100 deducted per paycheck to go into your savings. I just feel like a lot of people can't afford to have $100 per paycheck taken out, especially now. So I say anything you can have put into savings, do it. I don't care if it's $5, 50 cents. I don't care. Whatever you can take and put to the side, do it. The next sign is your savings rate doesn't increase with your pay raises. I didn't learn that until way later in my retirement journey, that I should be increasing over time, like increasing a percent or two as I age and as I get pay raises, like just diverting that money into my 401k. And bumping up my savings accounts and my different savings buckets, bumping them up too as my money got bigger, to start making that bigger as well, my contributions to those bigger. So I give a nod on that. The third sign is you carry balances on your credit card. And I'm going to say absolutely. That is, to me, one big indicator that I would say carrying a balance or maxed out cards or already defaulted credit cards, you definitely are doing something that's above your means. Seriously. And I would hope that you would try to do everything you could to get those down, because they can really wreck you. They can wreck you. Credit cards can eat into your budget. Number 4, you're not saving for retirement. And that's kind of ties into me about saving. You're not increasing your savings as you get pay raises, because most people, that's the first bucket they're going to divert to is their retirement. So I don't care when you start saving for retirement. Start. It's never too late. Yeah, your end result may not be as big as others, but who's to say that you need some huge amount to retire and live comfortably. So don't get discouraged if you haven't started and you're starting later. Don't get discouraged. And the final one is you struggle to pay for common, unexpected, or unplanned expenses. She says unplanned expenses. That is another thing, and that goes back to the emergency fund. If you cannot pay for when your tire goes out, or you have a repair on your car, or any little thing that pops up, these are things that happen. They happen, and they seem to happen at the most inopportune times, but that's another story. They happen. So if you are not able to cover those without going into credit card debt or just drowning in debt, then yeah, that's a sign. So those were her 5 signs that you are living above your means. Now, I want to end this by saying, when you are in a situation where, especially on the end where you can pay your bills or you can barely pay your bills, and then you don't have enough for food or gas, etc., I would say, number one, try food banks. Try to see if you can get any other kind of assistance, food assistance. Use the programs available to you. Use them. That is what they are there for. And secondly, I want people to never forget that we used to live all together. Like, it was not uncommon for multi-generational households. I wish we would bring that back in some scenarios. When it starts to get hard and times are really, really rough, we should be trying to band together. And I don't see that a lot these days. Most people don't even want the hassle of that. And I get it. Believe me, I get it. But that is one way that a lot of people could benefit from a low cost of housing, is by living together. And I don't see that a lot these days. And like I said, number 2, for emergency fund, anything you can throw at it. Anything. But I just say do whatever you can to not go into debt for a lifestyle. That's the biggest thing. To not go in debt for a lifestyle. And if you are making more than enough to cover your expenses and your needs, I don't see a problem with having some wants, but always put something aside for yourself for a future time that may be hard, may be rough. So that is all I got. I just wanted to talk about that because it's been on my mind. I've been seeing a lot of little things running through the timeline, and people saying that how hard everything is right now, and I agree. And I think that it's time to skim back. It's time to cut some things. It may not be pretty, it may not be fun, but any little thing that you can cut back. And you may feel like it's deprivation. It may feel like, oh, why do I can't have, $20 to myself to, like, you should be willing to make a sacrifice to sometimes just to get yourself out. But like I said, I'm a full advocate of doing something for yourself every now and again too. But budget it into what you need to do. Consider it like a household bill and budget it in. So anyway, it was fun. I will talk to you guys soon. And I hope you have a great evening. Bye.